Previously, man, on voice memos.
But I don't know if you know this. There's sort of this really loose board in the floor. Anyway, I kind of wiggled this board and it popped up a little bit, and I'm shining my cell phone light in there and it looks like it's a little bit of a hatch.
And now, man, a new voice memos.
Uncle Johnny? It's Lauren. Hey, I don't know if you're gonna get this, but to put it relatively simply, the situation has changed. I totally recognize that you were pretty clear about your boundaries when it came to, the carriage house, and likely because you did say you don't go into the carriage house. That included under and or through the carriage house is what I can only assume from the general collection of facts. But suffice to say, I sort of went through a passage and I have found myself in what can only be described as an alternative dimension. Right now, I can see people moving through the space. They're going pretty quickly. I don't know that I want to say that they're human. First part of it is that I don't know that they have eyes. You don't have to have eyes to be a human, obviously. There's lots of circumstances. But what I mean to say is there's nothing there at all. Sort of a smoothed over wash plate situation. They appear to be wearing familiar textiles. White with a little bit of ribbons, I guess. Sort of looks like that golf outfit that you sent me in second grade that I just didn't like at all. To talk to each other, they sort of grasp each other's faces firmly, but they don't seem to be in pain. It's more of a loving embrace. Then they push air towards each other's faces at varying speeds. This is just sort of what I'm seeing from afar. Anyway, that's kind of the people that we've got going on down here. Now, like I've said, or perhaps you've ascertained, they haven't really caught on to my existence yet, and I'm pretty apt for that to stay the course. So I'm just gonna be kind of chilling down here. I'd like to pick up a few more facts about the scenery, before I sort of make my way back. Just seems like something to do for humanity, and also, I don't want to seem to be a complainer, but your house was really boring. So, anyway, I hope you're doing well. If you're getting this, I'm pretty much totally protected from bodily harm. So, okay, this is Lauren, over and out. Yeah. Hey, Uncle Johnny? It's Lauren. Back to I guess we could call this an audio journal at this point. Maybe I should start it with, the time and date, as far as I can tell. This is day 2 in the hatch. Let's talk about some structures. So, the first structure I saw kind of looked like a greenhouse made of glass, really reflective, and behind it is, and I just want to say, I know that this is going to sound a little cuckoo bananas, and trust me, as somebody who's pretty much hard and fast in Reality Town, I have a lot of questions myself, but there appears to be some kind of a red moon that is only visible during day, and I do believe it's their only power source. But now, just the last thing that I want to say that's really surprising, and if I've done my calculations right, and I think that I have, it's going to happen in about 3 seconds, but every day, about the middle of the day, or as we call it here, the twist of 1,000 suns, there's this message that plays through the air. They must have some kind of like really good speaker system, but I haven't seen anything like that. But this loudspeaker type message just comes through, and if I didn't know any better, I would think this was just like some kind of a normal show, but like it's playing here. And even if I don't possess the same power of speech as the entities that I am currently sharing space with, I can indeed read their general facial expressions, and they do listen to this with a real deep sort of reverence. So, I think it's gonna happen. Yeah, there goes the three-legged mongoose. Okay, just a second. Here it is.
And even when I'm sick, I can't be too upset about it because, well, gosh darn it, if I don't just have people picking me up, when I'm, down in the dumps, I guess is what I'm saying. So I'm feeling real grateful, and I just wanted to share that with you, all you, the little Debbies out there, in the community. You know who I'm talking about. It's real special to me.
Hey, Uncle Johnny. It's Lauren. I guess I'll start by saying the moon glows orange nearly the whole day long. It's been about, I'd say, 3 days since I came to this place, and in a way, I don't remember anything before it. It sort of spreads out like a picnic blanket over the grassy knoll of my existence, and it only is me, and I'm only it. Or anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is things have gone kind of real. Sort of been thinking about coming home. So, before that, as a true scientist, I have a couple other things I think I should say. Yesterday, I discovered the flattened prairie. That's something I named myself, sort of a dry wasteland lined by fir trees that clearly died in some kind of a drought or a fire. Not much happens in this valley, but it seems like they like to gather there for celebrations. And this is where I saw the pedestal. 3 of them in white, walking around counterclockwise, a speaker at the center of the platform they're encircling. I couldn't help but notice that it was making the same static sounds I'd gotten used to right before those messages would play. Anyway, still unsighted, I sort of slipped to the side and thought I'd observe it in real time because I'd created a counting system and I've gotten pretty accurate at sort of expecting the message to play. There's gonna be one more message, and I've never heard it this up close before, and I'm wondering if it will lend us some clues, so here we go.
Well, it's a spring in the step and a jump in the heart, and you know that it's Debbie, and it's right from the start, and you know it's Debbie does Debbie. I don't know, folks. Okay, you might be thinking, oh, what the heckito's happening with that intro, ma'am? And well, it's a safe question to be asking. I'm trying something new. I thought, why don't you come in hot? Do something different, and I'm seeing some motioning. I'm seeing some familiar and friendly thumbs ups coming at me from the sound booth because, well, we're in studio today, folks. That's right. Debbie here. Welcome to Debbie Does Debbie, and here we are in a proper recording scenario.
Wow. Okay, I know you can't see this, so just hear me when I tell you that immediately following that moment, 3 helicopters came crashing through the greenhouse. They landed in the valley, and now a whole group of people in scarlet jumpsuits are pouring into the valley. There's some kind of an emergency, and this just is starting to feel pretty heavy for me. And after all, I'm only 17. It's just kind of a lot of pressure. So anyway, undiscovered realm, real zany madcap adventures, but I'll be heading back to the hatch now, please and thank you.